BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. Registered? So, hey, welcome everyone to 50 Minutes of Experience. Today I'm with Jacopo Buranelli. Is the editor and owner of an independent publisher based in Italy, King Koala Press, that I'm really happy to talk about today. Welcome, Jacopo.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Berliner Explorer. Yes, I'm Jacopo, but King Koala is not a company, it's like a liberal kingdom in the jungle. So it's more like a fluid collective of people and artists. And I put my experience as a publisher, of course, and I put the idea to create the Koala team. But King Koala is part of everybody in the team. So I'm happy to speak for everybody today with you.
So just 3 days ago, he sent me some books they made recently, and one is from Alessandra Pace, his name Ocean, and one is a composition book of Luca Mata. And I think that book are really, really interesting and really different from other kind of publication. And today I think we talk about that, and we talk also about the experience you have made as King Koala in this world of photography.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, we started during the pandemic time in Italy, in Milan. We discover a special yard. We discover a building owned by our friend's family, and he was old house publishing and dismissed by 10 years. So we put together some ideas and also arms to clean up the place. And in this place in Milan, we create this collective, King Koala. And we started with the idea to produce some books, but not with the usual idea of books, with an idea directly from the author. So we work together with photographers, starting with Luca Mata, Luca Matarazzo, known also like Mata, because he's a very, very good and veteran photographer in the erotic and Polaroid underground system. And with Alessandra Pace, also both of them are also linked with the Bad Seeds magazine. So we know we are talking about about pro in the underground photography, and we started to study papers. We started to study colors and how to make it in Italy, how to make it in Milan, how to make it with the photography and publishing together. And the first book composition book is not like a usual book, is like artist book, because it's a box set with 5 cahiers, 5 notebooks, scrapbooks, with the ideas and the background of Luca Mata. We usually see him in his in naked pictures of models, but in composition book we can see the deeply spirit of Luca Mata and his inspiration to produce and to put in the path of the underground photography. So it's a very intimate product. And we just finished. We have finished to test the new book of nude photographer, underground photographer, as you said, Alessandra Pace from Pescara. She is a woman, so we are very proud to have a woman headliner in our team. And she produced this book, fantastic book about all his experience, all his path, all her path. Sorry for my broken English today. And we started like Chinese box, like matryoshka, starting with more intimate ambient atmosphere of his inspiration. So the bathroom, the pictures taken in the bathroom, and then more and more wide. So bathroom, kitchen, and the windows and nature and porn. So wide your mind. So and at the end you can see that Alessandra Pace can picture the intimate place of the life and the most wide idea of naked like porn in her way and her style. So we are very proud to this book. Is the first one of the issue King Koala Press, so a special edition of our books, more minimal and more elegant, but completely in the spirit of the author. So that's important for us.
That's really interesting because, especially this kind of photography, doesn't know where to make roots. I mean, it's really difficult today to see this kind of photography because of this restriction we have from Instagram, especially, but also from other provider and other community of photography. And we will love to support also that part of life to show to the people, because this is part of our humanity and our instinct, and most of the time that humanity and instinct is restricted from bullshit made from our different societies. And I think there is a lot more to discover about Alessandra Pace, for example, and that's really proud from your part to start to publish this kind of photographer that they need really a kind of house to be seen from the world. And watching at the book, I have seen some picture really made me interested about, and I wanted to know first of all, if you what is your part in that process of the book? How you analyzing the picture before to give to the editor to publish that picture on the book?
Um, I would like to say a little thing about what you say before, because it's very interesting. As you know, as people know, we watched a lot about fires in Australia during the summer and during the pandemic time, and we watching that koalas looking like, oh no, fire, my eucalypto, where is? And I'm in trouble. And King Koala means like that, means people who needs to be alive, like koala, very strange people, very strange animals, but needs to be alive to be known, without fires around the world. So that's a very, very interesting about what you said before. And talking about Alessandra Pace's book, the process is choral. So we would like to make an emphatic style about her pictures, but also remind about Pescara. So remind about her city. That is a very, very complex city in Italy. You are Italian, so maybe you know better. And we would like to focalize about the importance of opening the eyes, the heart, and the world of Alessandra, because Alessandra is the first solo book that she made, because she have a processing of discover better herself and her creativity and her style. So it was very, very important to us to show the process of the spaces and the atmosphere of every spaces, to put her in the worldwide. So it's like a debut, like a vernissage, like a book vernissage. And she selected the pictures, of course, And with me, we try to give a part of these pictures. So starting from the bathroom to the wide open world. And then we worked with a designer and an illustrator, Vito Manolo Roma, who is very, very important for us to understand how to tell to the people this story. And he worked on the designing of the book in a special way. He also made up the new King Koala logo press, and together we prepared this wonderful layout. And now there is the paper, and as you know, the paper is always a challenge, always a challenge when you're talking about photography. Paper is very, very important, and so we are we are at the third round of shadow boxing with the paper, and we hope to win this match soon. So
Yeah,
I
the
hope
paper.
I hope in a couple of weeks we could have the books ready in our hands.
So the paper, yeah, for sure, it's always a challenge, and especially in our job, it is made. The things is the matter of the paper is that every kind of paper give a different feeling to the one is going deep to the in the book. And from this point, I want to go to the point of Luca Materazzo, and it's really nice and funny that he wrote me just some seconds ago on Instagram. And what I liked of the composition of the book is the things that you, in a way or another, can destroy totally the editing of the book and then mix it out with different color, the book style. In a way or another, you can compose your book, and this is what I liked a lot, because I think we need much more books and editorial publication that make us feeling to be child in a way. This form of playing, it's something really important, I think, in a process as an artist, or also if you are not an artist, you can be in a way part of this project. So then I think this is part of the interaction with the people by the product. For sure, there are many people will not destroy the composition as they buy, because it's to preserve the structure they receive. But what I will say is, for sure, the scrapbook Luca made, it's really particular. I did the scrapbook for years, and I remember I worked at it 10 years ago. Was a book really, really, I think there was probably more than 300 pages inside, with every kind of picture. Could be picture of sex or anything related to my depression in that years where I was really young, and a lot of poetry I've also published in 2 books I published by myself. And but the point really catched me in that composition of book is for sure the poster in the end. In a way or another, you don't expect that when you open the first colors as black, red, yellow, blue. You don't really expect to then open the white one as practically the first form of way to publish designs used especially here in Germany. And this is, I think, a really interesting point that drove me to be inspired probably to doing a publication as a different booklet, as posters in the near future. But I would love to know more about what do you think about the production of Luca Materazzo, and if you have in your archive, in a way or another, the idea to publish something new about him in the future, because I think the work of him is really interesting in a way. In some ways, yeah, for sure, is the structure follow a bit of the fashion style, but in another way, some of him picture are really true, and also if they are raw, they respect that idea of true.
Composition books was born, mixed up the first idea of Luca to publish his scrapbook. Just consider that the original composition book is really handmade. So he cuts and prepare all the papers. So there is an original copy, like like a holy grail in the house of Luca, of composition book. And the publication was born to mix up this idea with my experience with the manga market and with the manga and Japanese subculture. And I suggested to him to prepare like a box set, like I saw in Japan in the underground bookstores, about underground mangaka, among underground publication with these special papers without bundles, so you can compose as you said the story or the suggestion you prefer. And this is the idea, this is the original idea, and we made up like this. We make up exactly like a adult file box set for Japanese underground people, or better for Italian underground people, because the background of Luca is very Italian. He's talking about Purghi, he's talking about Milan, and when Italy was in champion in the world, and everything about the past of our country. So it's really interesting. We are Italian people are always passionate about the foreign productions, and sometimes they buy. I saw people buy some fanzine or zine from Japan or China that they are really simple, that they are really like a couple of pictures on the paper and built up in a wrapped up in the plastic, and we would like to do something better. We would like to do something in a highway style, and to present to the world this intimate work, but in a fanzine way, in an underground way.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer, or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer Project. BEEX Project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer.
And Luca is, as you said, is a very good photographer, and is very professional, and he has something very important hidden in his heart, in his spirit, and I think when he pick up something from that ecosystem in his heart about naked and raw pictures and the true, and starting to watching the true inside the pictures, I think is very magistral. And both of them, so as I said before, Alessandra and Luca, working on Bad Seed magazine, and we are thinking about to do something with a special issues about bad seeds. So of course Luca will be part of the project, as he is in the team, in the main team of the zine. So the point is to feel the part of the underground publication, but to give to the underground publication the true dignity and the importance that they have in the world. You are a creative. You told me you are a creative. You are like a designer, and so you know better than me how the mainstream world, the fashion world, the luxury world took a lot from the underground community. the music star
Yeah,
system, the
totally.
movie star system, thinking about Quentin Tarantino, for example. So underground culture needs to rise up a lot.
Yeah, I'm totally in. I mean, I come from graffiti. I made graffiti for 13 years, and yeah, I can say I'm my family is not a family come from the street, but I was always totally curious. I'm a person totally curious. I cannot stop to be curious, to explore. I really like to go deep in everything I get in touch with, and um, I spent half of my life in the street, maybe also some years more, um, because for me it was something totally far away in a way from my family, and I enjoyed it a lot. I can say the underground offer a lot, and I'm totally believing in the idea that in a way or another, yeah, for sure we need the a certain education, but a certain education come also from the longing for education. And I can say when I was young, I did my first year of school 5 times, and in the end I went out from the school with the minimum vote possible, but that was exactly the mirror of the society I was living in Naples. Is like that, I think, is in Italy as in other countries. um, we don't really see the value of someone. We want to see the value of someone in base of what is a regular structure everyone called follow. But the point is, someone called or not called follow that rules. And I think the what we find underground is the real truth, the real life. That doesn't matter if you know more or less. It's matter how much you can fit in different situations. So then you have to learn to fit in a totally different situation from totally different people, and then there you can see the value of how much you can learn, and how much you learn in your life can be a tool to survive, but in the same time to provide to yourself the right skill to believe in yourself also. And yeah, I'm totally agree with you about to push the underground, but in my way, I can say more than to push the underground. What is the main of this project I do is to empower the humanity of people. The point is exactly this. Probably it's not really easy to communicate that, but I think there is a real interesting story behind everyone, and this is what I totally believe in from a couple of years, that everyone has a beautiful story in terms not of aesthetical beauty, but of really deep and emotional part. And also the person is seated every day in front of the TV probably has a lot to say. Doesn't matter if you are a real photographer, if it doesn't matter if you are a real artist, if you feel or not, in a way or another you are producing something, you have a life. And something I have said yesterday exactly to a girl started photography recently, and she's from the Philippines. I've said where I will because she was wondering about herself. She was saying, "I'm too shy. I cannot accept myself." Blah blah blah. Things usually every young say. But what I will love to suggest in this case is there is something I was talking with my girlfriend some months ago, and was so powerful that we made this philosophical thought about that it's really easy to understand how much one human has of power. Imagine that every one of us born and born because fighted with the other million of spermatozoids to go inside of the ovary. And imagine how much power there is in that, and how much power there is in the things that to go out from your mother. You put the 70-80% of power to go out and to have your birth. And if we don't consider that power from the beginning, and we still think about everyone has to have the same education, everyone has to, no, this is not the truth. The truth is everyone deserves to empower them power, because everyone has a different power. And so then I think this is the main point of what I do and what you do. It's empowering the communication of everyone, and communication is everything, I think.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with you, and uh, you know, it's a very very touching speech as you made, and I think our most important enemy right now is the virtual, the concept of virtual, because we're starting to see people not for the value but for the value that they bring, about money, about how much they rise up money, and then following, and then followers, and then everything became more virtual. In the beginning of the time, you are a fisherman, and I was a cook. You bring me the fish, I cook the fish. Then became the money, the coins, and that it will be a prototype of virtual stuff, because it's okay. I give you that paper for I don't know why. And then now we have bitcoins, and now we have an FFP. I don't know what's the name of the
Yeah,
article,
yeah.
creature like that. And then we have Instagram, and we give our ideas or pictures from Luca, Alessandra, and all the people to Mark Zuckerberg. These are rich people, and people would like to be like Mark Zuckerberg because he's very rich and he can buy Jamaica, the island of Jamaica, like sending like a PayPal. So I think this is, as you said, is the reality. A spermatozoid and a birth and a people and a power inside a people, inside a person, and the enemy, the chupacabra against we have to fight is the virtual, this virtual. Do you remember there was an anime, there was a big robot called Titan
Yeah.
3. You remember there was the enemy was like a brain in a robot, like this, and future could be like that, so be careful.
Yeah, I think also in a way, you live in Italy, so we are Italian, me and you. But I think what's a bit a point of view I have discovered during my travels and during my years spent abroad is what we have really to learn is when we learn different languages, we start from a point that we could not, when I came here in Berlin first time 7 years ago, I was not able to speak English at all. I was totally out of the world. And but the feeling I had here was so crazy and amazing, and was that I felt myself a drop in the world, just a drop. And I felt like instead of feeling fear, I felt like, wow, fucking amazing that things. So that means I had to groove inside of this big sea and find my inner voice. And I remember at that time, my mother told me, yeah, don't worry. After 3 days, she told me, don't worry, if you want to come back in Italy, if you want to come back here, don't worry, you can do it if you are not comfortable there. And I said, yeah, also if I'm not comfortable, I have to find my way. And then I pushed myself. I pushed over the limit. And today I can say I speak many languages, but it's not only the things to speak many languages. I speak the languages of the visual, and I keep in touch every day with different people. And I think this is only because other people had the idea to connect other people, now for a reason or for another, if for money or for something else. The point is, we have such platform as Instagram, and in a way or another, we have to see the good and the bad in them. Yeah, for sure, there are a lot of stuff that are bad, but probably there are also a lot of stuff are good. And today we are talking here because some of these people made a lot of money, gave us the opportunity to get in touch. And this is what I say always. I understood the potential of Facebook, for example, too late. Because I was using this gun as a gun, and I never used this gun, I don't know, to open a nuts, you know. And the point is this: it depends how we use that platform. Instagram can be really a chaos, can be really randomly chaos. But today I have a home, I have a feed that let me discover a lot of people, because I follow a lot of people different, and we don't follow a lot. I think we follow around 200 people. But it's what we are going to put a like, what we are going to comment. And if every day I just select different artists in the world and connect with them, automatically my feed start to be like I want. And this is the point. We have a spoon. Every social network, every virtual company is a spoon. You can use the spoon to eat your soup, or you can use the spoon to kill someone, or you can use the spoon as something is just in your pocket and always take space from you. And I think this is a really important point of view, to be in a balance, to understand what we can do and what we cannot do. And if we cannot do something, what we can create to make the difference in this world. And I think you, in this case, as a editor, as a publisher, what you can make a difference from other is to make available and practical and putting out from the virtual something in material. And that materials, it's really interesting. I heard a lot of comment from a lot of people bought my magazines or my publication, that to have the print and touching this print, also if it's little, is a totally different feeling. And this is the point. This is the point today of visual art. We want to publish as many as possible magazine, editorial project, books, poster, or what else. But with the idea that to don't over-publish, we don't want over-publish. We don't want to be Taschen and publish a million of book that probably they go to be recycled, I hope, and not put it in the trash. Also because we have to, in a way, respect the nature and respect also the overproduction. So in a way or another, I found my balance. Printing a lot, but not a lot to destroy the nature. Printing for the one they want this publication. And in a way or another, also give value to that, because as you do it also with the book of Alessandra Pace, I've seen there are 300 copy, that there are 300 copy. Probably we do it also second edition, but the point is, if you get your copy, reserve your copy, because it's something um, is insert inside of your life, and then it's like you, in a way or another, adopt a child, and then you have to take care of this child. Then you have to see every side of this child. Then you have to analyze this child. And probably when you get back from your bookshelf, your book after 10 years, you will still have this emotion, because there is smell, there is touching, there is a vision, there is everything. So And with that, I thank you a lot for your voice. And yeah, for sure, we will do it another podcast soon for a possible collaboration between us.
Yes, thank you so much for invite me and to give me the opportunity to talking about King Koala. And we don't have child, nobody of us have child or childrens, but we have koalas, so like very very like a children's.
So we hope to spread in the world more koalas.
Yes, yes, of course. Thank you so much, and I hope this initiative go ahead for a long time because you give an important space to people to talking about these productions.
That's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer Project.